hurting. I'll get over it. We were supposed to one another. Found love, even met my mother. That you then much listen to my brother. I would have known you'd be just another. That I know when I sit down and I think about it. Woo! All right, all right. If you don't know me yet, my name is Falu Ekanji, and yeah, back again with another installment of our candid heart to heart sessions that we've been having here. Um, just going to start this one out with a quick recap of yesterday, just in case you missed it yesterday. Wait, before we even do that, let's just shout out to. No, I don't love him, even though if you still haven't heard it, I really don't know what you're doing. Even met my father, you that much. Listen to my brother. I know you be just another. So that I know, and I sit down and I think about it. You was under a spell or something. All right. Just in case we are under people's spells, you need to get up from under that damn spell. Look at me acting like a DJ. It's something else but DJing today. Yeah. Forgive my deeper sounding voice today. I don't know what's up, but forgive me nonetheless. I'm back here again with another story for you. Long story for you today. But let's recap yesterday. Yesterday I was speaking on you know, my past relationship, my first one actually, and we went through how I ended up away. I ended up getting broken up with in front of everyone, but that's okay. Yeah, and yeah, what then ended up happening is my cousin. I found out that my cousin later on. I found out my cousin was responsible for that breakup, and that's okay. I guess I dealt with it. Let's get some more light on my face here so that I can look more beautiful. So yeah, that's what happened there. And I guess I dealt with it. Didn't really deal with it. Um, First year after that, second year after that, I was done with relationships. Don't ever want to be embarrassed like this ever again. Now we reach grade seven, bro, and it's like, oh my god, it's been 2 years. Might as well break loose now. I'm joking. I wasn't thinking break loose, but it's like in my head at least, it's like, damn, bro, like how many years of 7 years that you've spent in this school? You only dated one person? No. You need to get your rep up, bro. That's what I was thinking in my head. Like, get your numbers up, man. Get your numbers up. Because it's like the way we think of it, at least the way I used to think of it when I was young, it's like the less people you've dated, the less people are gonna date you. You know, it's like you're not a tried product in essence. That's how I used to think of it. At least that was really dumb. It's like you're not um likable enough that other people want to date you. Why would I want to date you? It was like that in my head, and that was young and dumb. Grade seven went by, and yeah, I kept to myself. Ooh, kept to myself, and people would make all kinds of approaches and all of that kind of stuff. And then there was this one, hun. Oh man, this girl. She was the girl, one of the girls in the school. Mm-mm-mm. And well, which one will I start with? Okay, so they were friends. These two girls who were the most, and I had a crush on both of them in since grade four. Man, yeah. I think I came to the school in grade three, and grade four already I knew who I liked. I was like, this is like dreaming of marriage and stuff like that. You know all that childish primary school type stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna marry. All like marry, bro, calm down. Calm down. So yeah, name oh wait, we're not name dropping anyone. But yeah, like this was the first girl who ever spoke to me, and I was like, "Why are you speaking to me, bro? Like, damn." Like she was cool with me. Like we made jokes, and I guess by now, like it's kind of clear. I'm not like trying to give people like pointers or anything like that, but like jokes, humor gets me every time, and that's what she was. She was pretty funny, and allowed me to be funny and all of that, and yeah, was really into her. But she was so pretty that no one ever went after her. She never dated anyone throughout primary school. So, ladies, advice: be ugly. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking, but yeah. That's what happened. That's what happened. No one ever went after her and the friend actually, because everyone was under the impression like these people are so pretty, they're definitely going to reject us, and it did happen quite often. But grade 7 story is like, yeah, we started sitting together, me and Olga, and it was it was cool because she was also pretty funny, and I didn't know that because she had such a serious face and all of that kind of stuff. And it happened at some point that I'm sharing like super embarrassing moment for me. So yeah, remember this isn't me now. This is me back then. So keep that in mind. In essence, so yeah, it so happened that every day I go home and be like, okay, tomorrow's the day I'm gonna master up the courage, and I'm gonna tell her. I'm going to tell her tomorrow. Every single day, I would start writing the letter, but never give it to her. It so happened that uh, we were sitting next to each other and we would talk, and she would say, she started saying things to me like, "Oh, you're actually good looking," and stuff like that. And there's me, you know. If you've been listening, you know I have a pattern of not recognizing this damn stuff when it's said to me. She was acting all, wow, you know, you're cute and stuff, and asking her friends, yeah, isn't he cute? And I'm like, oh, God, I'm blushing. I'm dead here. I'm blushing, blushing. Instead of saying, oh, yeah, I think you're pretty too, and going in, me, I'm just deading there. I'm deading. Nothing to say. The boy is just quiet. It's like just blushing out of his mind. And yeah, it so happened that on this day, friends of mine were making fun of me, like deep fun. Like I was hurt. I'm so hurt that I'm crying. But I wasn't really crying, right? So here's what actually happened. So I was so hurt. I was hurt inside, deep inside, because they were making jokes about my dad and all of that kind of stuff, and I didn't like it. And I wasn't really all that combative and all of that kind of stuff. And it was a group of them too, and all of that. And it was like, you dish out, you get some. And I wasn't so good at dishing out, just on the receiving end at this point. It got so bad. I was so hurt. I put my head down on the table, and yeah, girl was feeling some kind of way, pained by my being hurt, and she started defending me. I'm like, oh, all right, you're defending me. I'm gonna make this 10 times worse. They hurt my feelings, yo. So I'm down there now. I'm trying to, and then they're like, oh, he's crying. And she came over, and she held me by the shoulders and stuff like that. I was living in dreamland, bro. Like my dream had come true. If I just had the presence of mind to say, no, they hurt me so bad. You and I should date to make it feel better. Like if I had the presence of mind, bro. If I had the presence of mind, but I didn't. I didn't. But it was it was whatsoever. She comforted me and all of that, and I continued to like make it worse and sob and sob and sob. And here we are now. I'm thinking, yeah, something's going. And what then ended up happening is when I mustered up the courage to go and tell her, literally the day that I was going to tell her, just as I was about to go and tell her, I'm like, okay, I'll tell her in this period. Just as it hits that period and I'm about to go sit next to her and all of that kind of stuff, the teacher makes an announcement that she's leaving the school. Ah, oh my god, that was devastating. I know, like right now, as it is, it's like, damn, it's not such a big deal. She's just in a different school. She didn't die or anything. But like, yeah, back then it was like different school. I'm not gonna drive there. And how am I even gonna get there? How am I gonna see her anymore and all of that? And yeah, ended up not telling her that I was into her. This is starting to build out a damn pattern now that you like someone and then you don't freaking tell them and all of that kind of stuff. And yeah, uh, so happened that now they put me on a table with just girls, and it was just me. This is apart from this like background. I mostly only have sisters and one elder brother, so I spent most of my time around my sisters and their friends. So I was at this point, like I say, grade five already. I was pretty comfortable with girls. At this point, I'm like, it's like my homies. It feels like they're my homies. Some of these details are not worth sharing because, hey. But yeah, long story short, people were like actively showing interest in me in class, during class, under the table, not in a very sus way, like like uh childishly just saying, "Hey, look, did you see that?" Like tapping me on the thigh, like, "Yo, did you see that?" I'm like, "Oh, that's a little touchy." And it would be like unnecessarily so. Just get my attention up here and all of that kind of stuff. Found out this was the first time that I liked someone and I was too scared to tell them, and they were not too scared to tell me. So, found out the girl liked me. She came straight to me and told me that. And this is like the last day of school that she's telling me this. The last day of school. I get to date in primary school on the last day of school. How stupid could I have been? But anyway, yeah, we went on a school trip, the final one, and all of that, and we were hanging out, lovey dovey. Now, here's the twist now. The twist is the fact that this person who came to me and told me that they liked me and all of that, and we started to build something out, this person was a really close friend to a girl who sang the beautiful song to me, the I love you. Like, yeah, 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 yeah. They were homies, man. They would go everywhere together and all of that kind of stuff. And my God, here I am in a situation. It's like, damn, do I go out and make it like a public sort of a situation where everyone knows and all of that? Nah, it's not even like that. We just kept it on, let's see where this goes type of a level. And this is the last day of school anyway. So bang, it's high school now. First few days, it's like, oh, let's meet up and all of that. I started dodging and all of that kind of stuff because, first few days of high school and all of that, seeing so many more girls and all of that kind of stuff started to, and I don't know why at this age I was feeling guilty, not because I had done anything, but because like I started liking, I thought other people were attractive in class. And so I started being avoidant with the person I was trying to build a relationship with. Now, here's the mistake I went and made, as if I didn't learn from my previous mistakes. I went and told my cousin again, same cousin, same cousin. I went and I told him, yo, bro, like, me and this girl have been together since like the last day of last year and all of that. I'm like trying to like just have a conversation because at that point they were like, oh, you're a Bari and you're not, you've never really been in relationships and all of that since what. I'm like, no, bro, but I'm working on this relationship with this person. Biggest mistake I ever made telling that my cousin. We're still cool though. Yeah, oh boy, it's like next thing you know, he's hitting on this new girl as well now. And next thing you know, they like in a little sort of a thing because I grew kind of distant. They became really close and all of that kind of stuff. I don't know if it was revenge or anything on our part, but yeah. Now we are in grade eight. This is now the time where it's the story of the girl who I had a huge crush on, and who found out that I was telling everyone else that I had a crush on her, but not telling her. Mm, this is the guilt. This was the guilt because now I have a crush on this girl, and I'm trying to muster up the courage to go ahead and tell her, and at the same time, like I'm still building this relationship with this other person that I was still building, trying to build a relationship with. I'm like, oh, damn it. So yeah, that ended that relationship, and the turbulent years in my life ended there. In essence, like just gave up on the whole relationship thing and all of that because I pretty much botched that opportunity to be with that girl. The first story that I told with the girl who confronted me about telling other people that I like her and not telling her. Next thing you know, grade 9 goes by and it's like little interests here and there. Grade 10, little interests here and there. Me and the girl try and reconnect and all of that. Now I'm 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 in the relationship with the girl who broke my heart. She don't remember that part. Like this is the girl whom I in the song that says I should have listened to my brother. That girl, right? That girl. That girl is the one who now started like the proper damage. She damaged me properly. Broke my heart. Dated every other person in the school, and dated one of my brothers, my close friends at that time, and all of that kind of stuff. And he was telling me, "Yo, listen, she's not so steady." And I wasn't listening because I was in love and all of that kind of stuff. From that heartbreak, uh, from that heartbreak, I was determined, bro. I was like, yeah, you guys gonna know. So yeah, I started having talking stage, and for me, it was like we're not really in a relationship, bro. We're just in a damn. We're just in a talking stages. That's what we were. Yeah, we were just in talking stages. We're talking, it's talking to like I don't know, like, and this is the days of Mix It, man, too. So you talk to complete strangers and then end up meeting, and then we had I don't know why social media isn't like that anymore. Like back then, when you were on social media, like Mix It, like when you were on something like Mix It, like you could talk, you could reach out to absolutely anyone and start the conversation. But now with like people trying to look nice with their pictures and all of that, everyone is just stunning. It's just stunting everywhere, but it is what it is. So yeah, was talking to like, I don't know, 10, 11, 14 people at once. We were talking and we would meet and all of that. And I had crushes, they had crushes, but I was heartbroken. So I'm like, no one's getting in here. And met this, yeah, so many crushes, bro. Met this about girl who I thought was gonna save me from this, and she rejected me live. Rejected me live, bro. I spoke to her. She was so cool. We were good friends and everything like that. But she rejected me, and that broke my heart even further. And I went even deeper dating. I increased the numbers, increased the numbers, and yeah, I guess that's how that happened. And grade 11 towards the end, literally the last days of that, right before matric. Ah, fell in love with a girl. A story that I don't think I've processed well enough to be able to do that story justice like that. So I might need to write notes on that one because yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Not until the ending, at least. And not until some of the details that came up later on. Uh, I'm sure it kind of comes across that I'm kind of reluctant to talk about this one because I don't think I prepared to share on that one because it's undealt with, and I don't want to come on here and start crying. I'm not going to cry, but I don't know how to talk about it yet. That's all it is. I just really don't know how to talk about it yet, and as soon as I figure that out, I'll talk about it. Hopefully soon. But yeah, that's my career up until like nearly high school. I didn't add in all the other crushes and all of that because at this point I'm like still a shy guy. I talk really low and all of that kind of stuff and all of that. Let me share on that actually, because I feel like people really don't believe that I'm a shy guy like that. So I'm gonna share on that. Like this is how shy I was. Like I had agreed to like um had give a talk in front of the assembly and all of that. And I here's the weird part about this. It's the fact that I've always loved the idea of standing in front of a crowd and saying something that's inside you and it comes out and it moves the people who are in front of you. I've always loved that. I've always loved that, but I never, at this point, never had the courage. And I agreed. It was one line. I was literally supposed to say my name in one line, and I go in front of the crowd while we're practicing and I do it flawlessly. Everyone's like, "Wow!" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I did that. I did that. Yeah." Feeling myself and everything like that. Comes across now. It's time for me to actually do it in front of like a crowd. It's assembly now. Eh, They're calling me out. I'm standing there. I'm like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm standing. Come out, come out. Causes commotion, and I froze. I didn't do it at all. I never came out again. My teacher was so disappointed at me, so disappointed in whatever they said. She was disappointed. Okay, yeah, and that ended up being that. That was my first time ever trying to stand in front of a crowd, and it didn't work out. Didn't work out. And I've had so many situations like this where um, stand out in front of a crowd and I panic and piss my pants and all kinds of scenarios. But now these days, you can put me in front of anyone and I'll say anything really. But that's not because I'm so brave or whatever. It's just because um, these days I value connecting with people more than anything, and so I can sort of put myself aside and connect with people because of the sake of connecting. Yeah, that's the story for today. Really, it's just background. It's just background of how exactly we got to the point of me writing the sort of lyrics that I write, and I guess maybe we'll get into breaking down some of these lyrics tomorrow or something like that, and I can share some people who are watching the live stream story of yeah, of the past and things like that. But anyway, I'm about to close this one out with nearly that at that 30-minute mark, and I'm not gonna hit the 30-minute mark today. Let's just say think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Keep thinking about it. Keep thinking about it. I want to make some shout outs here for myself. I'm gonna shout out my brand here, Bear, 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 Bear. If you don't know about it, go check us out online everywhere, like on social media. It's Bear, Bear People, Bear Create, Bear Think, all kinds of Bear is what we are. We're just Bear, Bear People. It's permission to show up as yourself. That's what Bear is as a brand. It's permission to show up as yourself. Look, I'm wearing this. I'm showing up as myself. Right? And you can just deal with that however you please. But anyway, if you haven't heard the song, go ahead, check it out. I really love it. Not only because I made it, because it means something. There's also we're gonna be doing these little mini get together shows that I would like to communicate more about, but the details are still in the works. We want to get together. I want to invite people into my space, like my own personal space, like my home where I stay. Invite them to come over and we just be friends and share some music and some laughs and maybe catch a snack and get prepared for the live event that we're going to have in September. September 29. Listen, September 29. Hold on to that date, keep it in your mind, and make sure that you pay attention to the details that I'm going to be sharing over and over and over again. Get a chance also to like we're going to be giving away some free tickets to that so that people can come join us for free. But I would love, love, love to have you there. I'm going to be literally sharing with a couple of other artists who are friends of mine and near me, just sharing some music and sharing our experiences and just having fun in general. I'll put up more information about that soon. But yeah, here's what today has been, and I'm about to close it out here with my beautiful song. My mind around it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your evening. All right, y'all. Thank you very much for paying attention. If you paid attention up until this point, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'll be back here again tomorrow. Come in with your questions. Come in with your statements. I might even bring in a guest or something like that because tomorrow is Friday. We're gonna talk Friday type stuff. Join me if you're into that sort of a thing, and we will have the conversation. Thank you very much so far. Oh, juices.